This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So guys, in the last session, we were majorly focused on building these things, right? Like the color dimensions, adding multiple models, the date hierarchy, stacked column charts, and also we created a line chart where we went with year-on-year variance comparisons. In this session, I'll create another page. I'm going for a responsive once again. So let me create a third page. So this time I go for responsive once again. So far I created three, like a couple of them are responsive. One is canvas. So this one, I take it as like cross sales analysis. Okay, so in this lane, so I'll start with the waterfall charts. So let's go. I'm inserting a new chart into this lane. So far in the comparison charts, I created bar column, I created combination column and line charts. So now I'm going for waterfall. Okay, so waterfall chart gives you the overall numbers and the independent contributions on the data. Okay, so this is like one visualization which will actually impress your customers, guys. Customers in the sense like your business users. So I'll go with one measure, that is gross sales. It will show your overall gross sales. Maximum you can use 2 dimensions in a waterfall chart. You cannot go beyond 2. I'll go for a date. I go horizontal orientation on waterfall. So you see the overall number, overall gross sales, and how different years contributing to this value. You can add another dimension like location also. Add date and location. You see 2014 overall number, overall sales is 330 million, out of which 206 million. California is contributing 206, Nevada 37, and Oregon around 87 million, 86 million. Same for 2015, and same is applied for 2016 and your overall number. The max dimensions we can use in waterfall chart is 2. You cannot go beyond 2. Okay, so this is how we build some waterfall charts. Now let's add some tooltip measures, guys. So tooltip measures in the sense like you want to add any additional measures to a widget. Okay, so they will not be seen on the widget by default, but if you place your cursor, you see those values as well. Let's see, I'll show you. So here I go, add a tooltip. Here you see there is an option called add a tooltip measure. So let me add few tooltip measures like sales, right? I go quantity sold and gross margin. I added a couple of tooltip measures here. If I place my cursor anywhere, just place my cursor anywhere. So here you see only gross sales in the chart, but in the pop-ups, you see right along with the sales for 2014, you see the quantity sold and gross margin generated for 2014. If I place my cursor on California 2015, you see gross sales is 228 million, quantity sold is 43.89 million, and gross margin is 53.95. You see those measures in the pop-ups. You really don't see them in the widgets. So if you want to add few additional measures, guys, okay, you want to add few additional measures without impacting anything on the widget, so you can make use of a tooltip measures. Here also you see go add, okay, tooltip. Here guys, there is another way to add tooltips also. Go to the designer mode of the widget. Here in the chat structure you have an option called add trellis tooltips, etc. So here I'm adding tooltip. I add a tooltip measure this time. On gross margin I'm going for discount as a tooltip measure. So if I place my cursor, you see along with gross margin you see discount also. Then we can add some tooltip dimensions as well, guys. Like you see here, I go to this widget, let's say in the add tooltips, add a tooltip dimension. So here I go, I'll add store. If I place my cursor on California, you see all the stores available in California. Hmm. If I place it on Oregon, you see all the stores in Oregon. So along with the location, you see the store also, because we have store as part of a tooltip dimension. So we can add few additional measures and dimensions to the widget, okay, by making use of tooltip, but they are not seen on the visualization front. But once you place your cursors, you see them on the pop-ups. So they are very important tooltips. We add a lot of tooltips to your widgeting. Okay, so now I'll make use of trellis. So let me insert a new chat, which is nothing but section. Trellis is one way of sectioning your chats, guys, like dividing your chats into multiple sections. So here I go. I'll go for bar or a column chat with vertical orientation. It's a column chat. Let's add gross sales. Add my location. Then I'll also add a color dimension here in the color dimension. I'll go product. I go to others, exclude that. TAC from the product, others is excluded. So I build a simple widget first. Okay. So here on this widget, I go now, add. I go to this option, let's say add a trellis. Now I go more actions, add trellis on this widget. So I'll do trellis on date dimension, means I'll now divide this chart into multiple sections based on date. So let me check, set my date hierarchy to be year, quarter, and month, and date to go at level 2, which is year. I'll go like in the show or hide, don't show the legend. So there you see, it has divided your one single widget chats into 3 sections. So because trellis actually divide your chats into multiple sections here. Okay, so I'm now doing a section on date dimension. So you see, so on date also I went at level 2 at year level, so it is applying a section at year level. If I'm on date, if I go at level 3, you will see the sections applied at quarter level. like 2014 Q1, Q2, Q3, scroll down Q4, 2015 Q1, Q2. Like that, you see your, your data getting divided into 12 sections. I go at level 2. So now you see all the data at different years. So that is about trellis and tooltips. Uh, Let me save the story. Okay, so I'll add few more lanes, guys. Select a lane, right click on this. I'll add few lanes. I'll add a lane below. This one again, I'll add a lane to the right. Now I got 4 lanes. Just a moment. Okay, so now in this new lane, I'll insert another type of chart. That is like I'm going with the tree map. So far I didn't use any of the distribution charts. Let's start using distribution charts now. So here I'll go for distribution chart. In the distribution charts, I'll start with tree map. I'll go with everything. Let me start with tree map chart. The tree map chart, more the value of the measure, so more size it will occupy. Simple. So here you see, no, I'll take my measure as gross sales. Doing all sales analysis, so I'll just go with gross sales as my measure. And dimension, I'll go with product dimension. And the product dimension, you see, so this is your juices, alcohol, carbonated drinks. I'll go at level 2. Show me at the product level. I'll go styling, add all the borders to the widget. Right, you see, um, so here you see all the products, and so they will occupy more size based on the value. So more the value, so they'll occupy more space in the widget. So orange with pulp followed by dark pear, diet coke. Okay, here it is apple cider, Fanta, like that. You see all the products based on size. Maybe here I go, don't show the legend. So I want to occupy more space. Okay. In this case, I want some input control to filter these values, guys. Okay, guys, actual input controls we can copy and paste. So here I go. What are the input controls I created on product dimension? I'll go here, copy, copy to cross sales analysis. This input control will be copied here. Mhm. Yeah, I go to the linked analysis of this input control. So right now this input control is impacting all the widgets on the page. I want this input control to impact only my. Okay. So what I say, if I select only carbonated drinks, can I see all the carbonated drinks in the tree map chart? Okay. In this case, what I do is, guys, I'll go in the show or hide, don't show the chat title. I don't want to see any of my chat title. So here I have this lane. I'll use this to create my chat title. I say yes, cross sales by product. I go carbonated drinks. I'll write it as cross sales by product carbonated drinks. Save this. So guys, now user can actually come, for suppose users in the view mode can actually come. I'll change from carbonated drinks to juices. Okay. So they changed it to juices, but here you see is showing this widget is showing the juices data here in the chat, but it is showing, but your header is showing it is carbonated drinks, which is a wrong thing, right? So I want my header to be changed according to this data selection. Okay. Uh, Widget header to be changed according to the data point selection product input control. So how we do that? So we use a dynamic text to apply these kind of things. So what I'll do in this case, I'll say uh, gross sales by product is first. Let me decrease the font size of this text data. Select the text, go to designer, size is 24. I'll make it as 60. The 18 looks better. So here I go. Let's say insert a dynamic text now. So now I right click on the core sales by product and now I'm inserting a dynamic text now. So this text will change according to the data point selection. So in the dynamic text, you can add some story properties or you can add a dimension data. But here I want to have my input control selection as a dynamic text, right? So I go now, I go to input controls tab. So I have a product input control. So take the value from product input control. I say gross sales by product juices. If I make it as carbonated drinks, juices and carbonated drinks, I select two. You see carbonated drinks and juices. So what are the data you see and your header both matches. Here guys, what I do is in the same widget now, I'll go add another dimension that is product dimension for location dimension. Add product and location also. So for every product you see different values from different. And also what I do is I go to sales analysis. Let me take this location input control. Let's say copy, copy to cross sales analysis page. I copy it here. And as of now, you see no widgets are getting impacted by this location input control because this is a widget level filter and those widgets are not present in this page. In this case, I go linked analysis again, impact only this widget, tree map chat. So here I go gross sales by product, carbonated drinks and location. Here I go Add another dynamic text, right click, take the dynamic text from input control and take the from location input control. So you see cross sales by product, carbonated drinks and location all. In this case, I remove Nevada, I take California and Oregon, you see, location California and Oregon. Right. So this is how you see we apply a dynamic text here, guys. So we also can use some story properties into a dynamic text also. So let me show you. We go to the first page. Let me make use of some dynamic text here, guys. I'll use my story properties as dynamic text. So I go to this lane. Okay. So here I insert a text box. Here you see an option, right? I didn't use a text box so far. I'm inserting a text box now. I create a text box. I'll have this text box on top of this. In this text box, right click, add a dynamic text. Guys, you want to see the current user. So I just go the store properties current user. I write it as current user. So this is my current user. Let's go all borders with 1 pixel width. So this is your current user. So if you open the story, guys, the current user will be changed to your user ID. Same way, I also insert another text box. So here I just say last modified on. I go add a dynamic text. Here you see current date and current time. I'm not selecting, guys, because I already have a clock widget, right, which shows current date and current time. I don't need it now. You have last modified date and last modified date and time. I go last modified date and time. Okay, so last modified means whenever you save it last, it will come as last modified. So that is 7:43 today. Today's date and 7:43. Okay, if I save it once again, it will become 7:45. Whenever I save it up, it will be last modified will change. So now it is 7:46, right? Because I saved it once again. Clear, guys? Make sense? So I maintain current user, maintain last modified on, and also I can insert some kind of a text box here. What else we have? Let me just go add some dynamic text. We have last modifier. You want to see the last modifier, whoever saved it last, or creator who created this. I'll go last modifier. Who last saved it up. or the person who created this story. You want to see that? There you go, the current user, class modified by. And also you can also add your page numbers, guys. Here I go. Let's say insert another text box. Sorry, not shapes. I'm sorry, I went with shapes. Let's insert a text box. So here I go. Add dynamic text. Add your tab number, means your page number. You can add the page number to every page. There you see all the thing, all the details here. I'll go now, save this story. Right? So you can add some kind of your story properties also as a dynamic text by making use of a text box. Right, guys? Any questions on this dynamic text? I'll keep on adding a lot of dynamic text. So any questions so far? Okay, if no questions asked. So I'll quickly jump on to this gross sales analysis page. Now let's add few more widgets here. I'll add a scatter plot chart. I don't want any. Maybe if I restore it, yeah. Okay. So I restore this title, chat title. Let me create a scatter plot chart. Let's say insert a new chat into this link. Right. So insert a new widget. So this time I'm going for a correlation charts. Okay. I'm actually going for a correlation chart where I go for scatter plot. I'll go for a scatter plot here. In the scatter plot, I have like x-axis and y-axis. So guys, in scatter plot chart, we can add only two measures, exactly two measures. One measure in x-axis, one in y-axis. Okay. So guys, generally we make use of these correlation charts for grouping, guys. Okay, when you're doing some kind of a group analysis, you have too many data points, then we make use of a correlation chart. I'll tell you, guys, I got around 200 odd stores. So here I got around, in this data model, I got around 200 unique stores. Have three states, three product categories or four product categories, fine. 10 products, they all are fine. 10 to 20 products, they all are fine. But when it comes to the stores, I got around 220 stores. I want to do some kind of a sales analysis on the stores. Or suppose I want to do some kind of sales analysis on the stores. If I want to do a sales analysis on the store and I create a bar or column chart, you need 220 data points, guys, which is highly confusing, right? So generally, if you are doing some kind of, if you have too many data points in the data, in a dimension you got too many data points, and you want to do some kind of a grouped analysis. Okay, so we make use of these correlation charts like bubble chart, scatter plot, and cluster bubble. So these are the three types of charts you have. Okay, so I repeat the point. If you got too many data points in the data in your dimension data, like stores dimension has around 220 unique data points. Okay, you got too many data points and you want to do some kind of a cluster group analysis. So then we'll make use of correlation charts. So very heavily used, guys, especially bubble, data plot. These are very heavily used type of widgets. Okay, so as of now, I'm going for a scatter plot. So I go for scatter plot. On the on the x-axis, I go with sales. On the y-axis, I go with something like quantity, and the dimension I'll pick is store. As you see, all the data points like stores. So here you see all the 220 stores, 220 stores I have here, guys. If I place my cursor, you see the store details. So the store is Decas Food Center. Sales happened from this store is 10.98 million and quantity sold is 2.08 million. Then you got Rupert Corner Store like 8.46, 1.48. Then you got Vista Foods. So like that, you see, you just place your cursors there, you see all the store details. Okay. Guys, you can also group these stores, guys, based on your sales, you can actually group them. Okay. Here in scatter plot charts, we have a unique option called smart grouping. So guys, we have a unique option in scatter plot chart, smart grouping. Smart grouping can be applied only on scatter plot charts. No other chart supports smart grouping, where you can actually group your data, okay, based on here, the reference is sales and quantity sold. Okay, and we don't need to pass any parameters to group the values because system will take care of that grouping. Here you see, I go to the builder tab. Here you see an option of smart grouping. Okay, guys, this smart grouping is actually powered by machine learning. I repeat, smart grouping is powered by ML. Guys, in SAP Analytics Cloud, wherever you see the word called smart, wherever you see the word smart, that is powered by machine learning. Very simple. So here, ML will work on the data and it does the grouping. We don't pass any parameters to do grouping. Okay, see here now. I say enable smart grouping on this. The minimum groups is two, I cannot call it as grouping, at least if you don't have to. Maximum group supported in smart grouping is 6. Yes, this is a certification question. Maximum number of groups in smart grouping, 6. I can make it as 3. I made it as 3 now. You see the number of groups I make it is now 3. Then this group, I take it as something like group name, I give it as store. So it will be like store 1, store 2, store 3. Group label, I give it as store. So you'll see it as store 1, store 2, and store 3. So now it has divided the data into 3 different groups. And here I didn't pass any parameters for the grouping, guys. I really didn't pass any parameters in the grouping at all, right? So that's how it works. Smart grouping. I don't say like if your sales is greater than 6 million, put it in one group, 3 to 6 million another group, less than 3 million in third group. I never said, I never passed any of these parameters at all. System will automatically identify the range of your data, means your highest value and lowest value, and divide that range into 3 parts and group them accordingly. Okay, system does this activity. So here I go, don't show the chat title.
Then Satya, how can we identify the store names by moving the cursor on that store?
Yeah, you need to place your cursor.
Okay.
There's too many data points, guys. That's the reason it's not showing.
Okay.
So I clearly mentioned, right? These correlation charts are majorly used for range analysis, kind of a grouped analysis. Okay. Okay. So guys, so far I created 3 pages. In this page, I worked on trellis, tooltips, dynamic text, smart groupings, and also all type of charts like tree map and scatter plot charts. Okay. Yes, just give me a moment, please. Just give me a minute. I'll create a new table and a new page, and I'll add some kind of tables and rank parameters to that page. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. So I created this across sales analysis page, guys. So now I go create another page now. Let's go create a new page. I'm creating a canvas again. So far 4 pages I created, couple of canvas and couple of them are responsive. I'll go for like kind of manager analysis. I'm giving my own names here. So far I inserted only the visualizations. I went more visualization way. You can also insert your tables, guys. You can actually insert some kind of a tables into this widgets, into the pages also. Okay, so very honestly, we do a lot of table-based reporting also. Maybe if we are doing pure analytic reporting, we do a lot of visualization. Otherwise, we make use of tables very heavily. Okay, in the reporting, especially in the planning reporting, we make use of tables in the canvas pages. Okay, I inserted a table into a canvas. Here you see, this is the table, and let me add some data. I'll add sales manager. I would like to know details about sales manager. So let me rename this. Okay. And I would like to know the margin, discount, sales, and quantity sold by all the managers. I would like to know all the KPIs here about sales manager. So here you see zero suppression and null suppressions. If I apply zero suppression, you see any zero values, even that rows will be not shown in the outcomes. Okay, you don't want to see the rows where you have the values as zeros, you can make a zero suppressions also. I'm not going for zero suppression as such. So here you go. You can also have a table properties, guys. You can choose your own table properties. So this is like a default property. If I go report styling, let me just see, guys, on the page, on the table, you always have an option called resize the table to fit content. You can always resize the table so that it will show the entire content in the table. So right now I'm into the styling tab. So title from, yeah, table properties. Yeah, table template is report styling. So this is report styling. This is basic. And this is alternating rows. I better go with alternating rows in this case. So this is looking much better, right? So one row will be highlighted. I take my table style as alternating rows. I'm fine with all this stuff. So I added a table into this canvas page where I'm seeing all the details of the managers. And also, guys, I would like to see the managers with the highest quantity sold on the tops. In this case, you can do sorting. I go to quantity sold. Okay, sort options, sort from highest to lowest. Okay, I sort them from highest to lowest. You see all the managers with highest quantity sold on the top. So like this, we can add some tables. I clearly work on the tables, guys. I'll create a lot of tables into the stories. Okay. So it's SAC is not only an analytic reporting. You can also do some kind of an operation reporting where you can visualize the data in a tabular format also, right? So here I'll go insert another widget now. Let's work with rank parameters. I go now insert another chat into this.
Satya, I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, please.
So the same table, I would like to see the graph in other graphical interface, the same, how it looks like the same. I would like to see in other chart level like reporting side by side. Can we copy that into the graph? How it's
This tabular data, create a widget and create your own chat.
okay. So is there no copy
You
option is
have an
available
option.
like
Okay, I got you.
convert in direct?
You want to convert this, right? For suppose
Yeah.
here, guys, I want to convert this particular. Even you can select your own data. So as you asked, I'll cover that option also. So we have an option called examine. I would like to see the top 5 managers, discount, cross sales, and quantity sold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 managers. I select this part of data. I select only this part of data. I go something like display. Yeah, in the display, you see an option called examine, right? Choose that option, examine. It's create a chart out of it. This chart you can say copy to margin analysis page. Oh, sorry, not margin analysis. I'm sorry. Remove. I'll take this data once again. Display, examine. So it created. So auto suggested is bubble chart, guys. It created a bubble chart. Okay. If you want to create another type of chart, you can change the type of chart also. You can change it to bar column for all the 5 managers, discount, cross sales, and quantity. So this is like a bar column chart. If I go for, see, machine learning is giving you an auto suggestion. If I click on auto suggestion, it will. So this is the best chart for this. I can say copy this visualization. I can copy, come out of examine mode. I can paste it up here somewhere. Let's say go file, paste. So here you see you have discount in the x-axis, guys. Okay, and cross sales in the y-axis, and the size is based on quantity sold. If I go to the widget designer mode of the widget, here you see you have x-axis in discount, cross sales in y-axis. Okay, then size is based on quantity sold. More the quantity sold, more will be the size. More the discount, more it will be shown on the x-axis. More the gross sales, high it will go on y-axis. Simple. This is a bubble chart. The type of chart used is bubble chart. Okay. Any questions? You can just pull out your table data into a visualization using simple option called examine option. Just
Sir,
select the
what
data.
about the interactive report?
Hmm,
Interactive by
I'll
selecting
come to that.
one chart. Yeah, the data. Okay.
I'm coming to them. I can go add all borders here. 2 pixel widths. Hmm, Okay, so here I'll insert few more widgets. Let me insert another chat. Okay, I go designer, go for bar or column chat with horizontal orientation. So here I go, I'll add a measure, that is quantity sold. I'll go with dimension, that is sales manager. Quantity sold, I give this Namkhanda. And the styling, let's add all borders. So you see all the managers here. So guys, out of which I would like to see only the top 5 managers, guys. So I would like to see only the top 5 managers on the quantity sold. So to select the top or bottom values, we have an option called, okay, rank parameter. Here you have an option and go to more actions. You see an option called rank parameter. I'll apply rank parameter on top n options. So here you can pick either top or bottom. I go top 5 sales managers based on quantity sold. Say apply. Okay. So I just write it as top performing. I'll rate them as top performing managers. Or maybe I'll write it as top performing. So these are like your top performing managers. At the same time, so I also want to see some non-performing managers, guys. Someone asked me, can you copy the widgets? Yes. So here I go. I go to this widget. Let's say copy. You can copy and paste, or you have an option copy to manager analysis page. Same widget I copied here. Okay. So here on the rank parameter, instead of top, I go for bottom 5. I rate it as non-performing managers. So these are like the top 5 sales managers, and these are like the non-performing sales managers. So I had it based on rank parameter. So guys, I want to know the top and non-performing managers for product juices, for product category juices, or for product category carbonated drinks or alcohol, only for a specific product category. In that case, what I do, let's go insert input control. I select my dimension as product dimension. Select alcohol, carbonated drinks, and juices. I'll do one thing. I'll keep them as collapsed input controls. I don't want them to be expanded. So I delete this input control. Let's go insert input control once again. I'll put it on product dimension. Sorry. Why it's becoming expanded? Some issue with my system. Just a moment, please. Let me save this once. So I have these three product categories. If I select only carbonated drinks, you see the top and non-performing managers for carbonated drinks. Let me make this widget impact only the top performing and non-performing. So right now this impacts only these two widgets. It don't impact your table now. So it shows all the values for your product category. Same way, so now using the top and non-performing managers for this product category, carbonated drinks. I would like to see on product and location also, like for carbonated drinks in California for top and non-performing managers. In this case, I go add another input control on location dimension. As of now, I select 3. So there you see, if I click on location input control, I select only California. So for carbonated drinks and California, for your top and non-performing managers. I go to this location input control, let's go linked analysis, impact only.
Okay, why we need to take two input controls? In one only we can keep it both, no? Any particular reason?
Input control is dimension based, right? I'm going on 2 dimensions. So here I go, now I go insert a text box, check it out. I'm going with the text box now. I'll go top performing and non-performing managers by location. Here in the location, I'll take the input control from add a dynamic text, go to input control, take from location input control. And product. Add a dynamic text once again from input control, product. So you see the top and non-performing managers by location, California product, this one. So here I go, add, edit styling of California. I'll put this in blue. Carbonated drinks. So you see, we highlighted those things. So this is about the rank parameter. Okay, so you can see all the top and non-performing by making use of a rank parameter. Clear, guys? Any questions here on the rank parameters? Anyone? Okay, so now you see I created so far 4 pages. Couple of them are responsive, couple of them are canvas. So guys, if you want to see the difference between responsive and canvas, so generally responsive, I clearly mentioned SAC offers mobile-based reporting where it offers responsive layouts, right? From this. So here you go, format, not format. Oh, sorry, I'm in canvas page. I go to responsive page first. Go to a responsive page. Okay. The format, you see an option called device preview. Because device preview is enabled only on responsive pages. You don't see the device preview enabled on canvas. You see manager analysis and margin analysis were not highlighted. So this widget is shown in laptop like this. But suppose if I go to an Android, a generic phone, you see here how it is getting changed. It change its layout according to your device. And all input controls will be shown on the top. On the top, you see a filter option, right? There you'll see all input controls appear in the side panel of our mobile devices. Okay. You don't see them as a widget. Same if I go into the gross sales analysis page. There you see. Same if I go for Android and a generic tablet. This is how it is. Same with iOS also. If it is a small phone, small phone means these comes in small phone, these comes in large phone. And this is how you access it. So generally, this responsive layouts or this interactive reporting is supported only on responsive pages. If you're building any story which should be accessed from the personal gadgets, okay, so we need to build it through responsive page. If it is a normal story, you can build through either response or canvas. Okay, but if you are building some story and that data can be accessed out from not it can be accessed through an internet means outside the organization also, then we should make use of only a responsive page. Right, the device preview is supported only in responsive page. So I come out of format.
Satya, I small doubt here. So how we can show this report in our phones? Like, do we need to share the link or do we need to download this report and share it via some? I mean Outlook or something like that.
You have SAP Analytics Cloud as a mobile application, man. Okay.
Okay.
You have it as a mobile app first thing. So
Mm-hmm.
you download, install that mobile app. So you have your organization credentials, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then once you have this organization credential, you can open these stories.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I created 4 pages so far. So I covered anyway, whatever I might do. So as we have some time, let's go for a grid page also. I'll go with grid as well. Okay, so now I'm creating a fifth page, guys. So far I created a couple of them responsive, a couple of them are canvas. So now I create a new page, fifth one, that is grid. As of now, I didn't create any grid page so far. Okay, so guys, if you want to see the data in details, if you want to access your data in a very detailed format, more like an operational dashboarding, so we make use of grid page. I clearly mentioned, guys, we got two types of reporting: analytic reporting and operational reporting. So if you want to see your data in more visualization, more aggregated information, so we call it as analytic reporting. Means where you see the overall informations. Okay, you always see the overall information. But whereas you want to see the data details, then we can make use of a grid page. They say, see, a lot of people think it is more of a visualization kind of reporting, guys. It's like an end-to-end reporting solution where you can do both operational reporting, where you can see the data in detailed format, and also you can do a kind of heavy analytic reporting through visualizations and aggregating data heavily, right? So let's go with this. So in the grid page, you can insert only a table. You cannot insert any visualization in a grid. So I'm going with for a table on a grid. I'm adding a table on the grid. So I'll choose my model as best run use sample model for the table. Source model for this table is this best run. So let me first rename this table name. I rename it as sales details. Okay, so here in this, I go with rows like I take product, location, store, sales manager. Select all these 4 dimensions in the rows. Okay, guys, this is like a cross tab where you can have dimensions in both rows and columns. Okay, then you got in the columns, you got an account dimension. In the account dimension, you can select your own measures. If you go to the filter on account dimension, you can see all the measures. I'd like to see gross margin, discount, gross sales, and quantity sold for the years 2015 and 2016. So again, I go in the columns, I add another dimension. This is like a cross tab. I'm adding date dimension to the. I go filter on date dimension, filter by member. I filter with 2015 and 2016. Okay. You can choose your own table style. I'm going with default template. Last time I went with alternating rows, right? This time I'm going for default. Okay, now you see here, now you see the data in a very, very detailed way. Guys, if you see here, there is a limitation. You see there is a warning symbol. If I place my cursor on the warnings. So right now, this model is requesting 880 rows of data, but drill limit is set to 500 rows and 60 columns. Okay, now I can go. How many columns I have right now? 12 columns. Maybe I'll add 4 more columns, guys, 4 to 5. So I need 20 columns max to max. In this case, I go edit drill limitation. Because generally, for better reporting performance, guys, it's always ideal to preserve the cell limit to 30,000 cells. 30,000 cells. If you preserve this limit, you'll get heavy reporting performance. Go beyond this. If you have data volume beyond this, you can uncheck the option. So I go custom, you can uncheck and you can give how many rows you want and how many columns you want, or you can go for unlimited. So it will keep on adding number of rows and columns, no problem. But in my case, I got 880 rows of data. So I'll make this as 1000 and I still preserve 30,000 cells, right? So number of columns will become 30 only to preserve the 30,000 cells, right? So fine, I'm fine. I have 80 rows of data. I have only 12, 13 columns. I'm fine with this. Maybe I can make it as 20 also, 20 and 1000 also. This is also good, but if you check this option, it will give performance. So I go 1030, fine. Save your story. Okay, so guys, here I created a grid page, right? Where you see the data in a detail when. Okay, so you see all data details here, right? So most detailed, most granular. Okay, with 880 rows. So you can also do a kind of an operational reporting, making use of a grid page. So generally, some people, some users want this data dump to be in there. So here you can go. You can also export this grid, okay, into a CSV file also. So you can also export all the details into a CSV. Any widget can be exported. Yes, any widget data can be exported. There you go. You see the values. Okay. So I created a grid. So guys, this grid page also has an option of in-cell chats. If I go to cross margin and go for an in-cell chat, you see, so based on the value, it will create a bar chart in the gross margin. So if your values are higher side, you'll see big bar. So, but actually, guys, these in-cell charts impacts your reporting performance. One point to be noted: in grid page, you're not supposed to create. We never create these in-cell charts because of this chat. These charts take a lot of time to render the data, and keeping that in mind. So, keeping the reporting performance in mind. So, though you have this option, I'm not using it up. Right. Okay. I'll save this up. So I created all this gross margin, discount, gross sales, and quantity sold. So I created a grid page, guys. I need to do a lot of things in the grid, so I'll continue with the grid page. So session 7, we'll work on calculations on grid and also conditional formatting on grid. Then I'll work on, so far I didn't create any calculated measures. I didn't create any calculations. We didn't create any restricted measures. Aggregations, reference line, calculation input controls, what if analysis, linked analysis, positive and negative comments, So even if you have some time, let's go create measure input controls. Okay, dimension input controls, time series chart, and a box plot. Right, I'm gonna create all of this in the next session. I save it up here. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you so much.